Right then guys, it's PSL here, and I'm here for a video which in many respects you guys are quite lucky to see. I mean, it's not too uncommon that I do cancel a video. I mean, well, it probably happens once a month that I have to re-record a video, and it probably happens once every 2 or 3 months that I cancel a video midway through working on it. So let me set the scene. It wasn't too long ago I made a channel update video. I asked for video suggestions, and then we had a good one from the Mad Dog 40 who suggested what I was going to refer to, well, actually still will refer to as Drunk F1. Now basically what that entails is that if you go on the talent files on rFactor, for every AI driver they will have a talent file and you can modify certain driving attributes. Now what I did was set every AI driver's composure rating to 1. I pretty much set the composure to as low as it would go. And also you'll notice that the aggression is on 100. So that means the drivers, they've got the minimum composure, and so they're extremely likely to make mistakes, and they'll find it really difficult to recover from those mistakes. And the aggression, pretty self-explanatory, is on the maximum setting. And just to give you some sort of reference, the aggression for all of the drivers normally, from what I remember, was around 70, 80-ish. And the composure, I don't think any driver's natural composure was below 55. So after altering every driver's talent file in this F1 2017 mod, as well as maxing out the aggression on the in-game menu, the race went something like this. So let me just sum that race up for you. The race starts, there's a few incidents. Everybody comes into the pits, then there's utter chaos. Then people start running out of fuel. Well, when I say some, I mean half of the entire field does. Then the safety car comes out, then they all drive at about 10 miles an hour into the pits. I believe to refuel again. Kimi Raikkonen wins. Fernando Alonso takes second from nowhere, purely because he didn't come into the pits at the end. Nico Hülkenberg consequently falls from 2nd to 5th in that last lap pit stop alone, and Marcus Ericsson retires in his pit box literally meters away from the finish line. And all in all, only 8 people finished the race, as everyone else either crashed or ran out of fuel. In fact, even the people who completed the full race distance didn't have enough fuel to return to the pits to make the podium ceremony anyway. I did set a race strategy for everyone, which should have meant they had enough fuel to finish the race. I mean, if they can do 8 or 9 laps initially, why can't they do that again? And it's not like they don't refuel when they come into the pits, because they do. So I thought I would disable refueling, since it isn't even a part of the sport now anyway. And what happened was, after some action at the final chicane again, everybody came into the pits after 2 or 3 laps. And not just after 2 or 3 laps, every 2 or 3 laps. I have no idea why, and once again the pit stop strategy was in force, so I don't know why they didn't follow the pit stop strategy. I don't know why they ignored it, but they did. So after that race turned out to be a complete failure, I turned off both fuel depletion and tyre wear. And aside from Ericsson completely losing his car at turn 4, nothing happened. Literally nothing. Kimi Räikkönen won the race once again with Max Verstappen in second and Valtteri Bottas in third. So what that told me was the lack of composure the drivers have just means that they couldn't handle the lessening grip on the tyres. Certainly with high downforce cars like Formula 1 cars at the very least. So I ran the race one more time, put fuel depletion back on, doubled the usual tyre wear and let the carbon fibre fly. And there you have it, a race with only 3 finishers, the top 2 crashing across the finishing line, Ericsson for the second time in this video retiring mere feet away from the end of the race, and Kvyat and Ricciardo weren't too far behind either. Not to mention that Hamilton's car looked like this at one point.
I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams.
Now I know what you may be thinking, because I thought it as well, that this car and track combination of mods just doesn't work. Well, I would think that, apart from the fact that with this F1 2017 mod, what it comes installed with is this particular mod. I mean, it comes with a WCP Circuit de Catalunya mod. I put in another one, I tried it with both, it was the same story with both. And also very recently, I've been watching Just Chipmunk's rFactor videos. They popped up again in my recommendations, I thought I'd watch them. And then I stumbled across his Spain episode in his rFactor F1 2016 career mode, and it was exactly the same scenario. Driver's running out of fuel towards the end, he did himself, so I don't know, maybe the track's just a dud. Well, I thought that as well, so I tried the exact same drunk F1 experiment on the version of the Circuit de Catalunya circuit that comes pre-installed with rFactor, and it was the exact same story. Everything I've been talking about for the past few minutes happened on that track. The only difference is that the final chicane wasn't there because it was based off of an old version of the track, and because of that it was even more boring because that is where most of the chaos happened, was at that final chicane. And so yeah, it was quite a boring race, exactly the same issues happened, but the real highlight really was when Hamilton rolled up a hill and then caused chaos on the entry to the pit lane. That was a highlight, but apart from that, it was the exact same story as it was on the WCP modern day layout Circuit de Catalunya track, which I believe is based off of the 2015-2016 season. Well, I've had both I think at one point, so who knows really. But there you go. Just to top off this shambolic video really, I forgot to record any in-game sound, which is why you haven't heard any throughout the entire duration of this video, and that tops off this very messy and very different from planned video. But either way, I was able to make something out of it. So there you go. That is the drunk F1 experiment done. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you thought it was interesting. As I said, it wasn't quite what I was expecting to do. It was meant to be more of a, a live commentary affair, but that didn't really happen. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video regardless. And I'll see you guys next time for my next rFactor video, which will be up in hopefully a week's time. And hopefully that goes a little more smoothly than this one did. So I'll see you guys then.